At 20 years old, I was able to make and save my first 100K. And I did that without any successful side hustles or businesses. All I did was work part-time in summer jobs, save all the money I made, and invest my money. I know that sounds super fake, so in this video, I'm gonna break down how I did it, and my hope is that this video can inspire someone young to work hard, make money, and save that money to grow their wealth as a teenager or a young adult. So let's get right into it. So first, I'm gonna break down the income I made from 14 to 20 years old by looking at this page right here. From 14 to 15 years old, I worked as a soccer referee, and pretty much I get paid $20 to $30 per hour, which is pretty high considering I'm only 14, 15 years old. So whatever time games I do get, sometimes it's 10 hours a week, sometimes only 2 hours a week, I ref those games. And in the 2 years, in total, I made $6,000 from 14 to 15 years old just by being a soccer referee. So after that, I worked as a camp counselor in the summer when I was 16 years old. It was my first summer job. And in this job, I got paid $16 per hour. I worked about 40 hours a week for 9 weeks, which comes out to about $6,000. When I was 17 years old, I worked like part-time jobs at the city. I live in the city of Toronto, so like city part-time jobs. I work like sports instructor, mostly like coaching different sports like volleyball, badminton, soccer, and stuff like that. I would get paid about $20 per hour, and I would work 10 to 20 hours per week. And by doing this during the school year, I was able to make $6,000. Now, in the summer of that year, I also decided to work camp counselor again. So same thing as before, I earned another $6,000 by doing that. When I was 18 years old, I worked part-time jobs throughout the school year when I was grade 12. I also started coaching soccer, which is something I still do right now. So because of that, my income went up a bit, and I earned $8,000 in that time span. So the part-time jobs, again, is $20 per hour. I work 10 to 20 hours a week. Soccer, I'll work not that much, like 2 hours a week, but I'll get paid like $20 to $25 per hour. So that's the hourly rate there and how many hours I worked, and $8,000 is my total income. When I was 18 this summer, I decided that I don't make enough money with the camp counselor. So I decided to be a pool attendant from June to September. I'll work 40 hours a week. I was able to work a bit more that summer because school finished early for me. I was doing IB, so my exams were finished. So I just decided, okay, I'm just gonna go to work. I hated that job, but I ended up making $2,000 more, so I guess it's worth it. Same thing, $16 per hour. I just worked for more weeks that summer, so I was able to make $8,000 with that. So overall, at this point, I was able to make $40,000 from 14 to 18 years old. There's two things I want you to take away from this if you're a student. The first thing is that you can accumulate a lot of income. You just earn a lot of money just by working part-time and summer jobs as a student. I know $6,000 may or may not seem that much for you, depending on who you are, but $40,000 in a span of 6 years where I didn't work like all the time. I just worked part-time and summers. That's, in my personal opinion, a lot of money. And so if you're a student, if you're in high school, that's something I would advise you to do as well. Second thing I want to take away from this is that making money is only a small part of the story. There's another component to it, which is saving the money you make, which is actually super duper important. Surprise, surprise. So for me, because I was still in high school, because I was still living with my parents, I was pretty much able to save all the income I made. Now, you're like, oh, that's because you're a student. That's because of your circumstances, you're able to do that. How I see it is I also didn't really spend that much money on extra things or fun things because of the fact that I was super determined to increase my income and my net worth, right? So for example, other kids would eat out every single day for lunch. I would pack a lunch from home. You might go out on the weekends, go to a restaurant with your friends. That's gonna cost you money. I would stay home. So I'm not saying you have to sacrifice everything. What I'm trying to say is that it's your choice, the percentage of money you're going to save. I completely understand that everyone's circumstances is completely different. Like if you're not living with your parents, if you're not living at home, you have to pay rent. As a university student, I also have transportation costs. There's also lots more costs that you have to pay for as you get older and older. So the amount of money you can save becomes less and less. Totally get that. But be conscious about how much money you're spending, because the more money you can save, the more percentage of the income that you make that you can save and keep in your bank account, the more quickly you're going to build wealth over time. And this concept applies regardless if you make money through a job or a side hustle or business. Like even if you become successful with a side hustle or business, you make money with that side hustle or business. If you can't keep that money in your bank account, you're not going to become rich, you're not going to become wealthy, you're not going to achieve your goal. So being able to save money is really, really important. So now with that being said, I continued to work when I was 19, 20 years old, and just by working part-time a couple of evenings or weekends a week, I was able to earn $10,000 over the 2 years. So this brings my total income from 14 to 20 years old to $50,000. Some people might think this is really slow. What I want you to understand is that the reality of side hustles and businesses is that we have to go back, they failed. I started my first side hustle or business when I was 16 years old as a tutoring establishment kind of thing in high school. I'm 21 years old right now. I'm creating a YouTube channel right now. So that's something I'm working on right now. But I haven't seen any success. I haven't made any money yet. So in that time span, this income actually has been more positive returns for me than my pursuit of becoming rich and wealthy using side hustles or business. So that's one thing I want to take away from this video. The reality is side hustles fail, and working a job, even though it might be a bit slower than you actually want, it might end up being a better decision for you in the long term. So back to my journey to 100K, with the 40K I saved up by 18 years old, with another 10K I saved up from 18 to 20, all I did was invest in the stock market. As you can see right here, imaginary stock market graph that I drew just for the explanation's sake. This is when I was 18 years old. I started investing at 18 because legally that's when I'm allowed to. I was just pretty much saving money all this time. So I started investing every week. I would invest a bit of my money, right? So I would invest a bit of my money every week into the stock market. This is called dollar cost averaging. So this meant as the stock market went down in price, I was able to buy the stock at cheaper and cheaper prices, right? So you see the stock market, my S&P 500 index was around 4,800, but by dollar cost averaging, I was even able to buy at prices around $3,800, $4,000. So you can see right here. Yes, does this mean that sometimes I bought it at a high price? Yeah, but I also got it at a low price. So on average, dollar cost averaging, I was able to buy at relatively good prices. This is what the concept of dollar cost averaging is. Investing can be complex. There's a lot more to it. This video is not about investing. So that's all I'm going to get into the technical side of things. I just want to be completely transparent in the process. Know about investing. If you invest yourself, that probably made a lot of sense to you. If you didn't, it probably didn't, and it's okay. The point is, I started investing at 18. I invested while the market was going down. And because of that, by the time I was 20 years old, I was able to accumulate a lot of wealth. Now, what did I invest in? I did invest in the S&P 500 index funds, but I made majority of my returns because I was young, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a lot of money. I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, Tesla, all these big tech stocks. And because I bought those stocks, I got really, really lucky. Like I bought these stocks around this range right here, doubled in price for Amazon, a 4x for Meta, 5x for Nvidia, and like Tesla went up 50%. So as you can tell, when you put a lot of money into these stocks and they're going up super, super fast in this unprecedented time, 2022, 2023, this market crash, I'm going to earn a lot of money out of that. So I think this can give a false impression that the best way to invest in the stock market is to invest in big tech stocks like Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, Tesla, and stuff like that. But truthfully, that's not the case. At the same time, because I was super young and because I was like still getting into this learning about stock market, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a lot of risk. I'm going to make a lot of money out of this. I invested in small stocks like penny stocks in the prospect that, okay, these stocks that are worth super little, they'll go up in 10x, 20x in price. I can be able to try and change my $3,000, $4,000 into $40,000, $50,000. What happened? Long story short, was that $3,000, $4,000, essentially those stocks just went to zero, just kept decreasing. They lost all their money, and I pretty much lost that $3,000, $4,000. Takeaway message from this: some stocks can go up a lot, other stocks can go down a lot. And this is where a basket of stocks like index funds are better in the long run. They will follow the returns of the overall market, and over time, you can expect that you get a positive return out of the stock market. Over time, meaning a long period of time, not like 2 days. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. But historically, the annual return in the stock market, like S&P 500, is around 7%. So that's something you can expect over a 10, 20, 30-year span. Even though these stocks went up, I never sold it because my goal is to accumulate wealth, not to like buy, sell, stuff like that. And right now in 2025, I haven't drawn this on this graph. The stock market's actually crashing, meaning the stocks like Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, Tesla, these stocks are actually decreasing in price in this last 3-4 months. Because index funds are a basket of stocks, they're averaging a bunch of stocks, they kind of follow the trend of the market. Even though they're still decreasing, they're decreasing way less compared to these big tech stocks. Meaning that if you look at my returns from 18 to 21, from 2022 to 2025, my returns in index funds like the S&P 500 is equivalent or just slightly below my returns on other stocks like Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla, Meta, if you look at them combined, right? So the point I'm trying to drill home is I got really lucky. I invested at a good time in the stock market because that's when I turned 18. I made a lot of money doing that, but the takeaway message for you is that if you invest in index funds in the stock market, you could actually accumulate wealth over time as well. So that pretty much is my journey from 0 to 100K from 14 to 20 years old. All I did was work part-time and summer jobs while I was 14 to 20 years old. I saved all my money, big foundational skill that I was able to develop in that time frame. I highly encourage any student, if you're watching this video, you're 14, 15, 16 years old, please work a job. The skills you get about making money, managing money, saving your money is super important. Regardless of how rich you become, if you don't know how to save your money and manage your money, you're gonna be broke. And last but not least, I invested the money I made, and I was really lucky, so I was able to earn a lot of money. But even if you invest your money over time, you're going to accumulate wealth, and that's another foundational money skill that I think is super important for everyone to learn at a super young age. The earlier you start investing, the more money compounds over time. You probably heard this before, and the more wealthier you can be. In my personal opinion, the concepts that I talked about in this video kind of fit in this bigger picture of becoming rich. And if you're someone who wants to become rich, who wants to build a successful side hustle or business, who wants to achieve financial freedom, what I want you to do is scroll down to the comments and click on the link in my pinned comment, because that link is going to take you to an in-depth video about how to build a successful side hustle or business. It's going to touch upon concepts like the reality of side hustles or business. It's going to talk about why you want financial freedom in the first place, compare different ways to getting to financial freedom and becoming rich. And I'm sure that video is going to be super useful for you, so make sure to check that out. And with that being said, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.